If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
You are listening to Slasher Radio. My name is Bones, and I'm joined by Kat and the lovely Rob Humphrey. What's going on, Rob?
What's happening?
Not much.
Same shit, different toilet.
That's classy.
Right, isn't it? I'm a classy guy, Rob. You know? I really am.
That is one thing. If people say to me one word to describe Mikey, I say classy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's a classy show.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, guys, I was going through not this last week's episode, but the week before that. When we were recording, it didn't register how many bleeps that we accrued during that recording, but man,
there were a lot of bleeps.
There are a lot of bleeps. Most of them by you, Rob.
No.
Yeah. And I think that was also our longest episode. The house that October built. Yeah,
that was a long one.
Yeah, it was a good one. I honestly can say, out of I should know this. Out of 160 something episodes that we've done, probably bonuses over 170. That was one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it was longer because we had so many people.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to give their opinion.
And the Easter egg was long on that one too, so there's a lot of gold in there.
Well,
what? What do you mean, well, what?
I don't know. I don't remember it, but okay.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're keeping up with our content. That's great.
These nuts.
Guys, I want to get something. Actually, before we even get to that, before we forget again, Kat, you, a few weeks ago, ordered, you had an impulsive purchase as we were doing a news segment, and
I did.
You got the Robert Englund coffee.
I got the Robert Englund coffee. It is so good. So good. We were making jokes when I ordered it that I was going to have to call out Robert Englund on the podcast. But no, it is a very dark roast, very smooth. I had it as a French press last Friday. I had it as a pour over this, earlier today. And it's so smooth. I'm really, really enjoying it.
What does that mean? French roast pour over? What is the difference?
Well, so a French press is it's how you make the coffee. French press, you have like a coarser grind and you press it. You press the grounds through to the bottom of the French press, and then a pour over, you have like the filter and you put the grounds over your cup, and then you pour hot water over it so that it like filters down through into your cup.
You can't see, but I'm giving you the weirdest face right now. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, I do feel like you could just get a Mr. Coffee, Cat.
I have one.
Okay.
It's not as good.
All right.
That's what we call drip coffee, and it's also fine. But if I'm gonna buy fancy coffee, I'm gonna make it in a fancy way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to Horror's #1 coffee podcast, because I have to ask. Now, when you do the pour over thing, I would imagine the flavor is a lot less, right? It's just mostly the water going through and everything?
No, actually, because you use a finer grind for that.
Okay.
That's why I got the I got whole bean when I ordered the Robert Englund coffee, so that I could make it different ways. It actually says on there that it's recommended as a Turkish grind, which I specifically did not order because I'm not a huge fan of Turkish coffee. It's tasty. It's good.
The both of you amaze me when you talk about coffee. I'm just
It's not me.
You got into it a little bit too. With your
I know a little bit about. I don't know all that stuff like she's going on about.
I didn't know coffee was that intricate. This is mind blowing.
Oh, it can be.
It's really intricate.
Hey, what's that expensive coffee, Cat, that's made from like a monkey's poop?
Cat poop coffee. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, is it a monkey or is it a cat?
I don't know. I think there might be multiple animals. The one that I have tried, I tried the cat one.
Wait, you tried
It's expensive, though.
Yeah, it's really expensive. It's supposed to be really good.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Why is it expensive?
No, because they have like the animal eats the bean.
Yeah.
And then poops it out. And then they use that bean to make the coffee.
Yeah. That makes it better.
It has something to do with like the stomach acid and the way it interacts with the coffee bean.
There is like a really, really expensive one, though, and I haven't had it. I'm
going to ask one more time. It's shit. Why is it expensive? That's all fine and great. It's shit.
No,
I can get you some right now, Rob.
It tastes better, apparently.
But it's not. The bean comes out like whole. Like when you eat corn. It's the same kind of thing. Like you know.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you guys are fucking with me?
No, it's a real thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm absolute Cat. Why would you try that? You're literally saying I'm going to drink shit.
To be fair, I did not know that that's how it was made when I had it. But it's good. I don't know if I would have tried it anyway, honestly. But I don't regret trying it because it's good coffee.
You realize there's this place called Dunkin' Donuts, and there's a bunch of them. You could just go for like $2 and get a coffee that's not shit. What the? That's great.
But it tastes more like shit than the shit coffee is the thing.
That might be true.
I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I'm not a huge fan. I will say, like, if you get the Dunkin' Donuts roast, if you buy the Dunkin' Donuts beans and you make it at home, it's not as bad. But, like, the Dunkin' Donuts by my house, it's always, like, way too thin.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's usually what I get for my Keurig is the little Dunkin' Donuts stuff. And it comes out pretty good.
I have a list of things that I want to do in life. You know, I want to go to Vegas again one day. I want to eat pizza in Italy. That is a bucket list thing. There's a lot of things like that I want to do in life. Just now, I added having coffee with Cat. One day before I die, I have to have Cat make me a cup of coffee. I have to.
Robert Englund coffee?
Mm-hmm. Cat shit coffee with Cat.
That's amazing. Oh, shit.
I'll pull out the siphon coffee maker where you get like a little tea-light candle and it looks like a mad scientist setup where you stick this little candle under and then it goes up into like tubes through the filter.
What the fuck do you have going on?
It's gravity defying.
As far as I knew, coffee was taking the pod, putting it in the thing, slamming it shut, and pressing a button. That's coffee to me. All this is like witchcraft. I'm mind blown right now. But anyway, so it's good. It's really
it's really good.
Okay, that's good. I might buy a fucking bag. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to buy the ground up shit, and I'm going to get one of those things I can put in the Keurig, and that's all I'm doing with it. I can tell you that. Jesus, we're going to have to talk more about this later because I can't get over this shit. Rob, I can make you some coffee beans. Give me like a week. That's all I need. I have a whole bag.
Say, everybody have seen my balls? They're big and salty and brown. If you ever need a quick pick me up, just stick my balls in your mouth. Ooh, Suck on my chocolate salted bar.
All right, guys, it's that time again. We got to tell you about the hottest, most convenient, spectacular manscaping products that are out there. Manscaped.com. Don't forget, you can get 20% off using the Fansided 20 promo code, 20% off and free shipping. You can get all kinds of shit over there. You are a man and you give any type of a fuck about your appearance, your cleanliness. You got to go to manscaped.com. They have, and from nose trimmers to ball trimmers over there. From your nose to your balls, guys.
They got you covered.
Literally. They got you covered. You can go check out the Lawnmower 3.0 using their skin-safe technology. You're guaranteed to not nick your jimmies. And it's got a ceramic blade. It's got an LED light. Rob, I was thinking, if I'm ever shaving my nuts and an intruder breaks into my house, boom, I shine the fucking light on.
There you go. Yep, just shine that light right in their face.
Right, guys? But who's there? It just, out with it on and everything vibrating, it'll probably scare them.
Yeah, if they're not already blinded by the sight of your nuts.
Well, they have been smooth as eggs lately. No, but I mean, it's convenient if you're one of those guys who you can stand in the shower, do your thing. You don't gotta, stand in the middle of the bathroom looking like a schmuck. You can stay in the shower. If it's a little dark, they got you with the LED light. Very bright, by the way. You can get the Crop Preserver and Ball Deodorant. Slap that on your nuts. And in all honesty, guys, like no bullshit, you will feel fresh throughout the day.
Yeah, man. Terrific product. It's got the thing I like about it too is it's got that quiet motor on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice and quiet. People don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like your little secret.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nobody in the outside the bathroom can hear what you're really doing. And it's not aggressive. You know what I mean? You're right, Robert. The last thing you want is anything aggressive in that area.
Right. Yeah, it's nice. It's a perfect little product, and you gotta, like we said last time, you gotta step up your game.
You really do. You really do. And Valentine's Day just passed. For any of you guys and women out there who are looking for a gift, ladies, your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, the guy down the street who wears shorts too high and you can see some stuff. This is the perfect gift if you're shopping late. Kat, I mean, I always like to get a woman's perspective on this because guys, we know already. We already know. Some of you don't care, you dirty bastards. So this is for you.
Yeah. Oh, you nasty, filthy animals.
Yeah, but Kat, I mean, for our women listeners, because women are always fucking primped and they got everything done. They're miles ahead of us. So they already know about it. So they don't understand how the hedges can get out of hand down there, especially some of you dirty fuck. So please explain to our female listeners. I mean, it's got to be nice for you to be able to say, hey, look, say to your man, this is for you. Use the damn thing.
It'll be a Valentine's Day gift for both you and your man.
Right. So, guys, go check out manscaped.com. They're the best in male grooming.
Scaping.
Yeah.
Scaping, huh?
Yeah.
Another thing that I really love that they have is the ball toner. It's a crop reviver. Now, as if you forgot to put on your crop preserver, and by the way, I mean, everybody uses deodorant. So you're going to put deodorants on your armpits. Why wouldn't you put it on the stankiest part of your body? I mean, especially, I know it's not the case now, but summer and all that, things get hot. Shit happens down there, guys. We all know. The crop preserver will keep your nuts from sticking and stanking. And the crop reviver, in case you run into anything throughout the day where you're feeling a little off and you feel like you need a quick primp, you go in the bathroom. They got the crop reviver, quick little spray on the boys, good to go.
Yeah. And now the important part of that is go in the bathroom and do it. Don't, if you're at like the restaurant with your friends and family or whatever, don't just do it right there at the table. But
yeah, if you're at work, don't stand up in the cubicle and throw them out on the desk. All right.
But So on the go, you can spritz yourself up and feel nice and clean.
Rob, I feel like we're gonna need a Slasher Radio legal team sooner than later with you in these Manscaped ads. Last week you told him to go out in the backyard and do it in the pool.
He said not to this week.
Yeah, this week I said not to at least.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, honestly, I don't care. They can do whatever they want. But I'm just saying it might be a good idea to go into the bathroom first.
It probably would be, because, I mean, you might have... I mean, we were just talking a few weeks ago about Stevie standing on my ladder. I got a small cup.
Oh, yeah.
we don't need that. The love of Christ. Yeah, so guys, go check out manscaped.com. Just try their products. You know, even if it's something you're on the fence about, trust me, just do it. You'll be so glad you did. Your balls will be glad you did. It's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, if you've been on the fence about trying this stuff, now's a great time. You use that promo code FANSIDED20, save some money, get free shipping.
There you go.
No reason to not do it right now.
That's right. And it helps us. Anyone who likes this show, enjoys the show, that's how you support us, by supporting our sponsors. This is a free show, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Take care of your balls to take care of us.
Take care of us and your balls at the same time. Anyway, guys, I want to bring up a horror court. And don't get scared.
I'm scared.
It has nothing to do with either of you guys. Rob, it's not you this time, I promise. I have a question to bring to the court. I watched All Hallows Eve. Was it All? Yeah, All Hallows Eve again today. The movie with Art the Clown and everything, the prequel to Terrifier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right. I love that fucking movie. And I watched it again today. And I need to ask, do you guys think that Art the Clown can officially be recognized as one of the top horror icons? Like, is he in that group? I'm not saying at the top, but is he in that group?
No.
I'm on the fence about it. It's one of those things, I don't think I'd get really offended if I saw him on there, but I'd be surprised, because you don't hear about him a lot. I feel like that top group is reserved for people, for characters that anyone is going to recognize, and I think only horror fans really know who Art the Clown is.
Yeah, I don't think Art the Clown has enough mainstream exposure.
Yeah.
Terrifier was big now.
See, Terrifier was big in the horror community.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it had some peel over, though. But
did it?
I think there were people that I like. Stevie, actually, good old Stevie Juice. I got a small talk. He was telling me, "Oh, you gotta watch Terror." The first time I watched it was with him, and he likes horror, but he's not a fan. And he was like all gung ho about it, and his fiance was talking to me about it. A couple of people, but I get what you guys mean. They don't have that.
To me, like one of the sort of litmus tests is, does my mom know who he is? And the answer is no. There's no way my mother knows who Art the Clown is. She knows Jason, though.
Well, Terrifier 2 is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And man, Terrifier was great. I like Terrifier a lot. It was awesome.
It's okay.
Yeah, right. It wasn't, it wasn't
anything
good. Yeah, I agree. But man, All Hallows Eve was amazing. And I will say, Art the Clown, it really inspecting him this time, dude, I think he should be up there. I get the pushback on it because he doesn't have that, I think he's more of that, like, oh, this is gonna sound bad, like that Pinhead level where he's mainstream but he's not, like he's more of a cult thing within the horror community. But man, Art the Clown is so ruthless and aggressive and relentless, and that motherfucker is terrifying.
See, I would fight that though. That Pinhead isn't.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because not relentless. That Pinhead isn't like in that upper echelon.
He is
horror. Because if you see a collection of slasher faces, Pinhead's gonna be up there. Like people know Pinhead. I think maybe more than they know Hellraiser. Right, yeah. And that's my thing with it. Pinhead's definitely, I mean, we've had Doug Bradley on this show. Everyone knows Pinhead is like, one of the kings. But you know what I mean? As far as you take and ask him, oh, what movies he's from, some of them might not know. They'll know Pinhead, but they won't, It's a bad example, I'll admit. But that's fair.
I mean, I don't know, man. Art the Clown needs a little more beef on the stick, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, he's getting there. He's only got a couple of movies, and one of them's just an anthology, isn't it?
Yeah, but there was a lot of art in that sumbitch.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Oh, Rob, seriously, do yourself a favor, man. That thing is awesome. Awesome. And free on Tubi.
Ooh, Tubi.
Tubi.
I do like the Tubi.
Tubi is very good. I just can't say enough. I have an Art the Clown boner today, all day. I just have. I really was in awe at how good All Hallows Eve was. So, I don't know. I just had to vent to you guys. This is like me getting it off my chest, I guess. So, no, you're not going to give it to him, Rob?
I mean, he's got... I've only seen the one movie, and I think that he maybe has the potential to be. I don't think he's there yet.
All right, you know what? Whenever you watch All Hallows Eve, let's revisit this. Because I think it might change your mind a little bit.
We'll see.
I feel like they should get that on Netflix, too. Like, more people need to see... Like, guys, anyone who's listening right now, I'm sure you've all seen Terrifier if you're listening to the show, but if you haven't seen All Hallows Eve, you are missing the best of Art the Clown. Hands down, by far. So, I feel better now.
Good. I'm looking forward to Terrifier too.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
They were asking for $50,000. I got like 200-something thousand to make it. So.
Yeah, and then they probably. I mean, if I was them, I would have been like, "Yeah, we don't need to even make the movie now. Look at all this money we made."
You bastard. Well, there we go. Any GoFundMe that Rob posts do not have anything to do with it. Any fundraisers. Good to know.
No!
Yeah, so I feel better. Thank you very much, guys. Do you want to get into the news so we can actually talk about what we're supposed to be talking about this week? Oh, actually, before we even do that, we have a voicemail this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I almost forgot about the damn voicemail. Anybody who wants to leave a voicemail, we will play it on this show, and we will discuss it. Anything horror related that you have to talk about, anything related to our show that you have to talk about, anything in the horror guidelines, go ahead and leave a voicemail. Go for it. The number is 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. All right, so here's the voicemail for this week.
Yo, Slasher Radio. This is Nesto calling from the Bay Area, California. Love the show. Love feeling like I'm hanging out with a whole bunch of fellow horror fans. Wanted to throw out a suggestion, see what you guys think about it. Happened to stumble on the movie called 2001 Maniacs from 2005. Didn't know nothing about it, but I thought it was kind of cool. Has Robert Englund in it. Anyway, keep doing you guys' thing. Always love listening to you. Miss Bobby. I think that the new girl's cool, and Rob's still wrong about everything. Have a good one, fellas.
Son of a bitch.
I like that.
Dude,
That dude follows me on Twitter, too. Come on, man.
That's the man, dude.
Yeah. And I got nothing but love for the Bay Area. You know, I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Sharks fan. Come on. Guy's killing me.
Damn. I mean, he's not wrong, Rob. He's not.
No, he is wrong. He's very wrong. First of all, I'm not wrong about everything, and Cat ain't cool.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Why Cat have to catch a stray bullet for that? Damn.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you ask about? 2001 Maniacs?
Yes.
Is that what it was? Yeah, that's the, I believe that's a remake. Starring Robert Englund. Right? Is that the...
I remember the Robert Englund part.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a remake.
I believe it is a remake. Hold on, I'm going to look it up real quick, because I'm think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. It's
Wouldn't that be poetic?
It's a remake of a 1964 film that I have not seen. Written and directed by Herschel Gordon Lewis, who makes a lot of great movies back in the day. It's a fun movie.
I have never seen it.
I don't know that I would call it one of my favorites. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous and over the top, but it's supposed to be.
I was gonna say it's a comedy, isn't it? It's like a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's like a horror comedy.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I never seen this one, and I love Robert Englund, so I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass right now. So this is definitely something I'm going to check out. And I mean, Rob, you're down for a good horror comedy, and I am too. And Kat, you like Cabin in the Woods for some reason, so obviously you do too. So maybe this is something we can hit up in the future and really get in depth about it.
Yeah, maybe. It's been I've seen it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Like I saw it like, once when it came out or shortly thereafter. But I remember like it was fun.
I saw it once a long time ago just because I at the time was watching all the Robert Englund things that I could find. So
yeah,
I don't remember it very well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember something to do with Confederate soldiers or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been so long ago that yeah, it's worth a revisit. I'm down to do an episode on that.
Yeah. I mean, man, that we might be able to do that for you in the future, Nesto. Shout out to Nesto at NestoProd, PROD on Twitter. He's always interacting with us and supporting the show, and we love him to death. We wish we had 1 million more Nestos. He's the fucking man, especially after that voicemail.
Yeah, he needs to get ahead of
That's a very good voicemail.
Oh, shit. Rob, be nice to listeners. What's the matter with you?
I'm always nice to the listeners. They're not nice to me.
I mean, do you ever think there might be a reason?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine at Slasher Radio booths at like convention, Comic-Con, and then there's just like there's like everyone is manning the merch table, but then there's just a sign off to the side that's like, pick a fight with Rob here.
Dude, we'd make a killing apparently if you put me in a dunk tank.
I was just about to say that, Rob. Would you be willing to sit in a dunk tank?
Yeah, I'd do that.
You ever go to like those old school fucking fairs or a feast or something, and you get the clown in the dunk tank that just talks shit to everyone that walks by? That'd be Rob.
Oh yeah. I think that'd be fun. I'd do that.
I could just picture Rob in a Rubber Rules t-shirt sitting and just talking shit nonstop. Oh, dude, we'd have a line out the door. That'd be great.
Unbelievable. That one hurts, though, Nesto. That one hurts.
He said he follows me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Nesto. He's the man. But all right, guys. Are you ready to get into the news?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. This voicemail thing is working out better and better and better.
We only got that one good call from Roger.
Yeah. That's another thing. Kat brought up the good point last week. Any information that anyone might have on Roger, feel free to call in, please.
We take this matter very seriously. Your help is appreciated.
Yes. So, and also,
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're also getting fan-sided involved in the investigation, too. We are growing and pushing the efforts forward to get into them. Something just don't seem right with that. Might want to pull Rob's phone records or something. I don't know. All right, anyway.
I don't like what you're implying.
First up that I wanted to talk to you guys about, you can now pre-order from Trick or Treat Studios replica masks from the movie Haunt, which we discussed recently and had Damien Maffei on several months ago, probably about a year ago now, a little more. Had Damien Maffei on and discussed. He was in the movie Haunt, and I mean, I know it wasn't really a huge movie. It was a big movie. There was a lot of hype around it on Netflix and everything, but you can go get masks now. And Trick or Treat Studios, they're no bullshit. Like, they have pretty good quality stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That Haunt's a movie that seems to have some legs on it. People are still talking about that movie.
Yeah, I feel like whenever something comes out on Netflix, like it's going to get some kind of a buzz. But you're right. Like for it to stick around the way it did. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a really good movie.
It was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, being unbiased. And what was that? What was the one with Tony Todd? That was kind of like it.
Hellfest.
Yeah, I think that was such a disappointment. Yeah. And I shout out to Tony Todd, but
well, he's only in 5 seconds of the damn movie.
Hellfest was one of the best theater experiences that I've ever had.
Oh, for God's sake, Kat.
It was one of those, like, I had tickets to something with a friend, and we ended up, not being able to go, and it was like, well, what else can we do now that we're together? And we went to, it started at, 10:45 at night. We went to go see Hellfest. A little bit drunk, had a great time.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, but like I don't know how you could not enjoy Hellfest.
By a little bit, I feel like she means a lot of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just got an email or something or a notification about it streaming somewhere now. It's like on Netflix or HBO Max or something. And I actually thought about rewatching Hellfest because I've only seen it the once in the theater, but I didn't like it when I saw it that night.
See, I had a great time. I don't know if it was the alcohol or because I also, I got nachos, and that always helps my impression of movies. But no, I remember it wasn't quite like B movie bad, but it was so close that it was a fun time.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it, but I was sober and I did not have nachos. So.
Well, I would recommend that for the rewatch. It helped me quite a bit.
Apparently, all you have to do to get Kat in the door is get her popcorn, and then if you get her nachos, she's gonna like the movie.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I don't know. It doesn't save all movies. I didn't like Suicide Squad.
Well, here's the golden question: did you have nachos when you watched The Fucking Hunt?
No, I didn't. I just had popcorn and Pepsi. So
might have been the problem right there.
Yeah.
That Haunt was a good movie. It's streaming on Amazon Prime and YouTube TV. So, I mean, it's on Vudu and, a couple other places where you can buy it. But, so anyone who hasn't seen Haunt, go check it out because it's definitely, it's a fun movie. I feel bad for talking about any kind of Tony Todd project. I just feel guilty.
But that's the thing is they really, it seems like in the advertisements and stuff, I remember they put his name prominently. Right. And he's barely in the damn thing.
That was one of the biggest disappointments, is because I did think I was going to see a Tony Todd movie. That was like my one complaint about it leaving.
I feel like Hatchet fucked up with that too. Because, I mean, he wasn't really highly advertised in Hatchet or anything, but the original Hatchet, he was in it so little. And then it's like they realized, oh shit, we had Tony Todd and didn't use him at all. And the second one, he's in it a lot. And I like the second one more than the first one. How much Tony Todd had to do with that, I don't know, but...
Well, yeah. Hatchet had Kane Hodder to lean on, too.
You had to know.
Not to do it. Not going to get me to do it. Anyway, moving along. Resident Evil. Apparently there's a reboot coming out, and it should be hitting theaters this September. Rob, I know you've had a lot to say about the Resident Evil movies. Are you at all looking forward to this?
I don't give a shit about this. I saw Resident Evil fairly recently for the first time, and I never played the video games or anything, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on in that movie. It seemed like they made a movie for people who already played the video games, and I hated it. I hated the movie so much that I don't care about this remake or reboot or whatever it is at all.
All right. Kat, where do you stand on the Resident Evil franchise?
I don't like agreeing with Rob, but I played the video games. I played 1 and I played 2, and I tried to get through 3, and I hated it so much. And then they just there were more Resident Evils, and I have that thing I have to play games in order because it bothers me otherwise. And then everyone was like, "Oh man, but if you come back for Resident Evil 4, if you come back for," and I was like, "No, I'm done. I tried it. No." The first couple were okay, but not good enough that I want to stick with this. And then I had to hear about it so fucking much when Resident Evil 7 came out. You could not go anywhere without hearing about Resident Evil 7, and it's just you know what? No. I gave it so many chances, and I tried again. I tried to start the franchise over. I tried to play just from 7, and it's I understand what people like about it, but I can't come in that late in a franchise. If you've had 6 chances to catch my attention, and you can't do it in a horror game, you've messed up somewhere. And the movie was awful.
Wow.
God-awful movie.
See, I like the Resident Evil movie, and
of course you did.
I don't like all of them, but there was they all blend together for me. But there were a couple in there that I enjoyed. The video games. I loved Resident Evil 1. I remember playing it when it first came out. I played Resident Evil 2. It was great. And from there, they kind of started to lose me, so I'm a little bit there with Kat. I actually had this discussion today. It was about Call of Duty, which I can't fucking stand. But the discussion, pretty much the moral of it was that I feel like Call of Duty, a new game recently came out, Cold War or something or other like that. And the game was also very broken, from what I've heard. But I feel like it was a letdown. Like, it was all this hype and build, and oh shit, there's a new Call of Duty game coming out, and it kind of fell flat. I feel like there's game franchises that kind of are running on fumes, and they're just kind of staying afloat with name value. Because you look at, games like Apex, and I hate to say it, but even Fortnite, like these are shooters, and that's what Resident Evil is, even though there's a lot more story involved. But still, the point is, that's where gaming is Call of Duty, rather. That's where gaming is going in the direction of shooters and stuff. And Call of Duty's kind of just hanging around based on name value, and I feel like Resident Evil is kind of doing that now too. Like, there's all this hype over these new Resident Evil games that are coming out. I think there might be another one coming out.
Yeah, Resident Evil: The Village.
Right. I don't see it. And I really got excited about a year ago or so when, I don't know which Resident Evil it was that came out, but
7.
7, right? Okay, right. So 7 came out, and they had this little add-on thing you can get with it. It was this whole separate game called Resident Evil Resistance, and it's a survival game, kind of like Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th. And I was excited because, there's not many options for that are really viable out there, especially with the title, And I was super excited, and I played it, and I was super let down because it was the same old fucking menus, and like, to get the healing plants, you have to move them, and their shit is way too old school. They will not move away from that shit, clearly. And here we are with that stuff, so... Yeah, I think Resident Evil's hanging around on its title, and the movies might suffer from that a little bit too, because I truly think the first few were good, but I think past that, they've just seen, alright, we could just put out the name Resident Evil, and we're going to get all kinds of people to come see it, and it doesn't have to be great, which kind of sucks.
Also, Resident Evil as a franchise has, and this is probably just because I get so tired of people recommending Resident Evil to me, but it feels like it is constantly doing updates and reboots, and like more than any other franchise, it's like, oh man, have you seen the remaster or the, like the DLC, or it feels like I've never gone more than like maybe a couple months without hearing about whatever the franchise is doing now, and it's like, it's too much.
And it's always something they've done already.
Yeah.
It's a remaster. It's like, dude, that's not what remasters are for.
It's not just to get attention for the thing, it's to like remaster the game, or to like port it over to a new system or whatever. Like, some of them I understand, but...
Right. Like Spyro
was
in the Crash Bandicoot games, awesome. Anyone who, this is a complete sidebar, but the Spyro remaster, I got it recently, fucking amazing. Shit like that is cool for a remaster, because, they're very old games, and it's nostalgia and all that, but, like, man, enough. You're right, Resident Evil, they will just, and I think that waters it down so much. And then you get these kids who are like, oh, the Resident Evil 3, have you played that? I'm like, yeah, when it first came out, asshole, you're playing a remaster, like, go away. So, I don't know. Resident Evil's been pissing me off a little lately. But I'm going to watch this when it comes out, so Rob, get ready.
You watch it if you want, I ain't watching it.
Rob, you didn't even like Resident Evil 1? Did you ever play that? The game?
No.
I will say, I did like the first 2, but
yeah.
I had heard such good things about the franchise that it was like, oh, so when I get past the first... Because usually when you hear good things about a game franchise, they mean like whatever the most recent one has been. And then you go back and you play the early ones, and they get progressively better, and it's just like building excitement. And I didn't even make it through 3.
Yeah, no.
Man.
Yeah, Resident Evil 1 was really good, and, I will never completely shit on Resident Evil because it did give a lot to the genre as far as gaming. Like it had a big part in shaping horror games of what we see today. And I don't know which Doom came out first because Doom was on Nintendo 64. So Doom it kind of Doom and Resident Evil, and I'm fucking blanking on the other one, Silent Hill.
Quake. I was going to talk about Quake.
Oh yeah, Quake. Oh Jesus, yeah, no, Quake. Yeah, they were big deals in the horror community for gaming. So you got give Resident Evil something, man.
I didn't play any of those games.
I understand, but come on, I'm not gonna move on until you give it at least a little piece of Bujol.
What do I got to give it something for? I didn't play it. I don't know anything about it.
Well, we're telling you.
I mean, the only thing I know about that entire franchise is that first movie sucks.
No Bujol.
Nothing. No,
not even for gaming.
No.
Nothing.
No, I don't. No, whatever. Oh no, I will say this. I did also buy a used copy of, I guess it was Resident Evil 7. Is that the Biohazard or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, and I put that in. I loaded it up, and it was first person. So I played for about 30 seconds and turned it off.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Because I hate first person games.
I'm with you. Damn, man. Rob, come on, man. I mean, you have to. I know you didn't play it, but it's been around forever. You can't even give it 1% of Bujol. Nothing.
Fine, yeah, it's been around a long time.
Thank you. See, kind of.
Fine, there you go. You get that. It's been around.
I haggled him down. You seen that?
Yeah,
I've heard of it. How about that?
That's fine. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's a shame, but yeah, whatever. All right, next up, and Kat kind of, sort of, a little bit touched on this slightly.
Way to step on the news's toes, Kat.
I do that sometimes.
Stay in your lane.
Leave Kat alone. She's got her debit card out right now, waiting for something to buy. Leave her be.
Yeah, what can I get?
That will be coming up shortly. Don't worry. You will spend money before this is done. Justice League has officially received an R rating for violence and language. The Zack Snyder project.
Mm-hmm.
I could give a shit less about this, so do you guys have anything to say about Justice League?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I am. 4 hours of Zack Snyder action. I'm in.
Is it really a 4-hour movie?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
Yeah. They were gonna break it up into hour parts, but they decided to release it as a movie.
Bring it up as two movies!
I don't understand why they're still letting Zack Snyder do Justice League things.
It's terrible.
It's the Snyder Cut. Everybody wants the Snyder Cut.
I don't.
Well, is it just his cut of the Justice League?
Yeah, it's his.
It's not
his
like
cut
a new
of the
Justice League.
No.
Okay.
It's his cut of the movie. Because it was taken away from him.
All right. That I would be. I'm not gonna watch it. I can't keep getting invested in DC movies because they just keep letting me down every time. But
they're getting better. Did you not like Wonder Woman 1984?
I didn't like Wonder Woman 1984. I didn't like Wonder Woman.
Oh, so you don't like women heroes?
Oh, here we go.
I don't like when DC thinks it can get away with, like, stealing shot-for-shot action sequences from fucking Captain America. If I wanted to watch Captain America, I'd do it. If I wanted to see
that wasn't
Wonder
a good
Woman,
movie.
No, it wasn't.
That movie sucked,
I didn't want to see it again with Wonder Woman. And I didn't want to see whatever was going on with Ares' fucking mustache either.
Come on. Jesus.
No.
Poor bastard.
Now, I've liked some of the recent DC movies. And I am weirdly interested in seeing the Zack Snyder cut.
I will say I
don't know why.
More interest in a Zack Snyder cut than I did in Justice League. I went to see Justice League kicking and screaming and left very... I wasn't disappointed because my hopes weren't up high enough, but...
Yeah, my reaction to Justice League wasn't... I don't even think it's a bad movie. It's just kind of blah.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's a problem when it's Justice League. Like, you should be super stoked about that.
That's the... it's like the Marvel Avengers for DC. And it's extremely underwhelming.
Yeah, it's really just a blah movie.
It meets the quality that the DC universe had set at that point, I think.
It does. Yeah, it does. That's the sad part, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish DC could get their movies right.
I wish they could, because I like DC comics, like, maybe more than I like Marvel comics, but their cinematic universe is just very underwhelming. And even with Jason Momoa, they couldn't keep my interest with Justice League. Like, what is going on there?
I've always been a DC fanboy, but yeah, their movies are not good.
No.
Me too. I mean, I've never been into comics, but yeah, I was a huge Batman fan when I was a kid. Like, that was my shit. Like, everything Batman. So, I mean, I've been DC too, and man, Bobby and I have said this for a long time. DC needs to come out and just fucking make horror movies, man. Because their content, if they really go that route, it wouldn't be that much of a stretch from the comics and their lore, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. If they really said, fuck you, Marvel, we're getting rid of your child fan base and everything that you're going for and all the fucking 9-year-olds with Iron Man backpacks and shit. We're getting away from that and we're going to get the adults and we're going to do horror movies, and Batman and Joker and Penguin is so fucking underused now, it's ridiculous. All that shit, man. Two-Face, you know what they can do with Two-Face, dude?
Except for, can we talk about Brightburn, though?
I enjoyed Brightburn.
What the hell is Brightburn?
You didn't like Brightburn, Kat?
I thought Brightburn was very funny. Like, I had a good... It was like Hellfest. I had a really good time in the theater, but, man...
I think I went in with really low expectations, so... Like, I thought it was really good. Like, the gore was really good. There were a lot of really cool kills. It was interesting. It was one of those movies that had a 90-minute runtime, and I felt like I was only in that theater for a half hour. Like, beginning to end. It was so quick.
I laughed out loud a lot during Brightburn. I will say, like, I had a fun time, but it wasn't scary. No.
Really? There was... I really liked Brightburn.
Everyone's decisions were so questionable. Like, it broke my suspension of disbelief too often. Like, I had a tough time taking it seriously.
All I know is DC really needs to step it up, man, because Suicide Squad sucked.
But don't forget, they also made Joker.
All right. You got to do more than one movie. You know, and it's been... Yeah. Joker was really good, and I mean, I haven't seen it in its entirety yet, but what I have seen is really good, and obviously critically acclaimed, all that. When's the last time they had a really good movie, like, at that level in DC Universe?
Yeah. No, it's been... I'm just saying, they made Joker.
As far as I'm concerned, the only movie that could come close to Joker is the Batman movies, like Batman Beyond and all that shit, like that. Those
like
were...
the Nolan-verse?
Those are overrated.
Oh, get it. Rob, we're gonna throw hands today, man. I
don't think those movies to me are overrated. And also, I don't understand why Christopher Nolan gets to skate on this whole DC universe, and Zack Snyder always gets shit on for it, because Christopher Nolan was a producer on Man of Steel, and it was his idea to try and take Superman in a dark direction, which doesn't make any fucking sense. It's Superman. And he was also involved with Batman v Superman. As a producer, before he jumped off. But everybody shits on Zack Snyder, but nobody points a finger at Christopher Nolan. They act like he's still this genius.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't forgiven him for Batman vs. yet either.
That movie's a piece of shit, but man, Rob, you really gonna say Batman Returns wasn't the shit?
Wait, Batman Returns? That's Tim Burton.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, well, yeah, no, yeah, I'm talking, I said the 90s, man.
No, I didn't hear the 90s, I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the Christopher Nolan movies. No, if you're going back to those...
Yeah, those.
Yeah, the original with Michael Keaton. I love that movie. Batman Returns is awesome.
Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, fucking dude.
Slow down. Let's slow down.
The Bat credit card.
Man, don't talk bad. Batman and Robin was good.
No, when Schumacher got involved, things kind of went south.
Come on, man. Batman and Robin was the shit. It had fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on, now Poison Ivy?
No.
George Clooney, Bat Nips? No, nothing?
No.
Act like...
Nope, not George Clooney, not Val Kilmer, not my Batman.
I'm going to piss you both off right now. And probably damn near everybody listening to this show.
Oh, no.
George Clooney is probably the best fucking Batman.
Stop.
Yeah, don't.
I mean that shit. I mean that
Michael Keaton is Batman. That's all there is to it.
It's between Keaton and Clooney for me. Yeah. I'm not bullshit. There's no punchline here. I mean it. George Clooney was a hell of a Batman.
Ben Affleck was a better Batman than George Clooney.
Moving along.
Hold on.
No, yeah, Rob. I'll bleep that. I swear to God. I swear to God, man. Don't say it again. Going forward, that will be bleeped. Come on. Ben Affleck. Batfleck. Come on. No.
Yeah. You don't like Affleck now?
No, I have not liked Ben Affleck. He was good in The Town. That's it.
No, he was good in all those Kevin Smith movies, too.
Oh, well, yeah, he was, I mean, Jay and Silent Bob, you're going to count that as barely acting.
Mm.
Come on. Ben Affleck.
What else was he in that was
really
good?
Know how to piss me off.
He just had that drunk basketball coach movie.
Yeah, I bet.
That might have been good. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I mean, Googling Ben Affleck at 2 o'clock in the morning. Something wrong with life. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about, and Kat, get your debit card ready.
Okay.
There is a anniversary Steelbook limited edition Blu-ray coming out for the 40th anniversary of Friday the 13th Part 2.
That's okay.
Okay.
I just bought the box
You better
set.
get on that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It did take me like 20 years to buy the box set out.
Yeah.
But this one's only $15.
I don't need a second copy for the 13th part 2.
40th anniversary? I'm trying to get you to spend money at this point. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you're trying to get me to spend money. Any money that I don't spend on that, I'm going to spend on our merch. So.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. What the hell? We relaunch all this merch and there's not even any fucking socks.
What is it with you and socks? Do you have a foot fetish?
I'm just saying, I took that as a personal affront. Like, I was like, oh, there's no socks. Of course not. Mikey knows.
But they don't have socks that we can even do right now. I mean, what do you want from me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I'm getting in trouble over socks. Anyway, I mean, this is kind of cool. I'm probably going to buy this one. I didn't get the box set. So I might just get this. I mean, it's only part 2. I mean, it's the Steelbook, so that's pretty awesome. And it's, like I said, it's an anniversary, so, you know, I have a box set of Friday the 13th. It's not a fancy one, but I have it. And, yeah, I might just get this one just to have it. $15 on Amazon, guys.
Yeah, I've got 2 Friday the 13th box sets. I don't think I need to buy a third copy of part 2.
All right.
I mean, I do like part 2 is a good one, but
Part 2's a very good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rob, not even for the anniversary. Just say you got it. No. Wow.
No.
All right.
No, I don't need it. I'm good.
Damn, I didn't get Kat to spend money this week. So.
That's money I can spend on socks.
Oh my God. How many pairs of socks can you get for $15?
Oh, just one.
I
They're
was going to say
$12 a
one,
pair.
yeah.
A pair?
Yeah.
Why do you spend so much money on socks?
Well, that's 2 socks. I mean, $6 a sock.
But you can't wear one without the other. I mean, I guess you could, but you do that. You kind of have to. It's a package deal.
I don't know, Mikey. Maybe I like to take care of my feet. All right?
I mean, I do too, but I got a drawer full of black socks. That's it.
I only buy socks at Halloween, so I can get, like, fun seasonal socks to wear year-round.
Yeah, I mean, I get my socks from the horror place, you know?
No.
I'm not going to give them a free plug, but...
Fair enough.
Did you hear that? We're holding out for sock sponsorships.
That's right.
If Rob could ever get money and socks at the same time, he would probably be happy as a pig in shit.
I don't even need money. They could just set me up with some socks. I'll be happy.
Rob will work for socks. Good to know. All right, guys, that's it for the news. I'm probably going to buy that thing. So it releases on March 23rd, so you can pre-order it now. Can you still pre-order it? Yeah, you can still pre-order it now. So
you better get in there on that, man.
Yeah, that Friday stuff sells out quickly. All right, so here we go. This is a movie that came out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I dreaded the fucking thing since I heard about it, and I talked shit about it since I heard about it. And this is my first time watching it since it came out in 2019. I have not watched it. It's my first go. We are doing Child's Play 2019. Anyone who listens to the show has heard me any chance it's brought up, I will shit talk the thought of it. What do you guys think about this movie?
I don't like it.
See, I saw it in theaters, and I don't hate it.
I will say I liked it a little bit better this time. A lot of my complaints are in like the first 15 minutes of the movie. This is one of those few movies where it was like, it took me multiple tries to sit through it the first time, and a lot of my complaints are really early in. I had forgotten that it does get better later on, which helps a little bit, but I'm still not impressed by any means.
I think there's a lot of stuff to like here about it, actually. But I don't. What do you think, Maggie?
I hate that I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
After all the shit that I talked about this motherfucking movie, Bobby even said one episode that he watched it and he liked it, and I believe I cursed at him. And I any time this movie's mentioned, I'll go on a small rant. I will say this: it's not a Child's Play movie. I
want to just start because I have this complaint about a lot of remakes. There are some, and I can't think of a more perfect example except for maybe Black Christmas. I can't think of a more perfect example of my complaint than Child's Play 2019. Some movies would be better if they were not remakes.
Mm-hmm.
There was enough interesting stuff here, and that's one of my main complaints about this movie in general, is that they touched on so many interesting things that they didn't follow through on because they got distracted doing too many things. There were too many angles. None of them really lived up to their full potential, but like some of them were so much more interesting than just the like, oh man, it's a Chucky doll, like here's a new thing that's gonna update this franchise. Like, they were so focused on cashing in on the Child's Play name that they completely missed there was an original story in there that they did not tell. And it drives me crazy because it's like, if this hadn't been a Child's Play movie, it could have been a lot better. But now I'm looking at it against, like one of my favorite, like this very nostalgic franchise, and it's like, it's never going to live up to that. Because you didn't do that. It's not a Chucky movie. It's a buddy movie.
It's Attack of Alexa.
Yeah.
It's essentially what it is.
But I like the idea of updating it and making it technology going bad or whatever.
No.
I didn't hate that at all. I thought it was interesting.
But were they doing that? Was it technology? So that's the thing that drives me crazy about this movie, is because that's a very fascinating concept. And even that, sure, that could have been a new iteration of the Child's Play concept, but there was it sabotage? Is it the lightning storm? Like, was that just an homage to the original? Why was there another lightning storm at the end? Like, what is Andy teaching Chucky to be bad? That would have been interesting. Like, a doll that reflects your own morality back at you getting increasingly evil. But like, these were all just like, they touched on stuff. They didn't do any of those things. They just kind of crammed them all together.
They did so in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Yeah, that was stupid.
They did do
that.
that.
That was awesome, dude.
That was my favorite part of the movie, was the part that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Jesus.
Like, I don't know. I didn't dislike it. Like, I thought I thought it was an interesting direction to take and update the story to more modern times. To me, technology gone bad is just as interesting as voodoo putting a serial killer into a doll's body.
But they didn't follow through. If they had followed through, it would have been fine.
Rob's right. That is very interesting. But that's not Child's Play. And I think I couldn't say it better than Kat did. To me, this is the same thing as Rob Zombie's Halloween. Because Rob Zombie's Halloween was not a Halloween movie. It was not Michael Myers in that movie. All that bullshit. But the movie itself was good.
Oh, it's not good. But yeah, I don't know how much of that was because of rights either, because there's a whole legal tangle around the rights to Child's Play and Chucky. I will say this. I wish we got a movie that was just about Detective Mike and his mom.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, because they were great. I love those two.
Yeah, why does everything have to be a fucking remake? Why? Like, I truly think if this was its own movie and the doll was slightly different to not look like Chucky, and they didn't call it Chucky, and they didn't name it Child's Play, and kept everything exactly the same, I would have loved this movie. But I'm still sitting there the whole time looking at this doll and going, "You're not Chucky."
Yeah.
And this is not Child's Play. I like the idea of the movie, technology gone wrong, all that, like the Alexa thing, like, Alexa's watching and listening and all that, that exists. And they took advantage of that because that's, kind of what this was. It wasn't child. Like, why? Why? Just make your own fucking movie. Why do they have to do this with things?
Well, not only did they do that with updating and everything, don't forget, let's not gloss over the fact that they put Aubrey Plaza in this movie.
Also, I'm having a tough time with that one. I'll cycle back around to that, but they didn't live up to the technology gone wrong potential.
Like, I think that they did. I mean, it killed the mom, right, in the car by using its connection to the technology. It killed the janitor guy with its
Okay, first of all, why is I want to know what this corporation is that it's in charge of cars and saws.
Well, don't worry. We're all going to work for Amazon or Apple one day. I mean, it's just forward looking. That's all.
I got a very Apple feel.
Yeah. It's just forward looking. That's all.
The saws.
But there was that. There was also the fact that it recorded the things that Andy said, so it could play back and scare the boyfriend of the mother and also taunt him later.
That was all good, but they could have leaned into that a little bit harder,
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could have, but I don't know. Like, I think for what it is, I don't have a problem with this movie at all.
But see, Kat, I agree with you, Kat. For what they were doing, they definitely could have. But see, now we're arguing against our own case with that, because it was like they backed themselves into a corner with it because what they did alone was so far away from Child's Play. So it's like to ask more of it. I mean, I guess if you're going to do it, you might as well go balls out with it, I guess.
Here's the thing, is that, like, if they had chosen any one of this, like, if they had been like, we're going to make the technology evolve for Andy, or we're going to gaslight Andy to taunt him, or we're going to just show supreme control over the doll and all of the settings because it's all tied up. Those are 3 really good pitches for how to update Child's Play. Yeah. But they didn't choose any one of them. They touched on all 3, and it was like, if they hadn't tried to approach it from so many different angles, if they had just focused in on one angle, that would have been the Child's Play remake that I wanted to see, but like, as is, it didn't feel like a Child's Play movie, and it didn't follow through on, like, any of the things that it promised in the trailer. If they had just chosen one, that would have been, because that would have put it into, like, Invisible Man territory, where it's like, hey, here's a new way to approach the same story, and that I would have been okay with. But they just, like, it was like, here are 3 concepts for how to update Child's Play, and we're not going to choose one. We're just going to cram as many cool shots into a movie as we can with a subpar looking Chucky. Like, I don't know.
You can get away with it with the Invisible Man, and even that, as we talked about when we did that recently.
Oh, don't bring up that fucking suit again, Mikey.
It's a goddamn suit, but I'm not going to talk about the suit. The Invisible Man, it's iconic. It's, all those monster movies. I get that, but when did that come out? In, like, the 50s or whatever the hell, whenever that came out? Like, forever ago. No one's in love with the Invisible Man. No one who is, well, I don't want to say no one, but nobody in their 90s can sit there and say the Invisible Man got me into horror and tweet about the Invisible Man every day and all this shit. But Child's Play does that. Chucky does that. So it's like, you're doing too much. I will never accept this update. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Not with Child's Play. Don't. You guys, like, Rob, you're really okay with them doing this to Child's Play? I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, I don't see anything, I guess I don't see anything where I feel like they crossed the line or whatever, in making a new Child's Play movie. They updated it, yeah. Like I said, there are legal issues and rights issues, so the doll had to look different.
But don't do it then.
Various things like that. But, you know, I mean, I was fine with it.
I'm very surprised you're okay with that.
And can we cycle back around to, just because I'll get everyone mad at me right now. Get it out of the way. Can we cycle back around to Aubrey Plaza?
We can always
please?
Cycle back around to Aubrey Plaza when I'm involved.
Because I like Aubrey Plaza. This was some of her worst acting. The first 10 minutes of this movie are hard to sit through. They're not good.
No, I disagree. I thought she was good.
No,
she doesn't.
No.
She does not look like she's old enough to be his mother.
She does the best that she can with the horrible dialogue that is given to her. But like the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie, I literally walked away from it the first time I put it on. It hurts. Like the acting isn't good. And it's hard for me to say that because I'm a fan. Like, it's not good. I didn't believe any of those lines.
I didn't pick up on any of that. The only thing about her being in this movie that bothered me, like I said, was she does not look like she's old enough to be his. It's like she looks like his older sister.
Well, that I think was intentional, right? That's like the one.
I mean, maybe
there's
I
a
don't
line
know.
in there like that to that effect.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Or like she gets mistaken for the sister.
Well, the friend, yeah, one of the friends comes over and says your sister's hot or whatever.
Because she had him when she was like 16 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think about the kills in the movie?
I liked the kills.
Kills were great.
Yeah,
I mean, they better be.
Probably the best part of the whole thing was the kills.
Yeah, like I thought they were good. I thought they were fun. I would argue the best part of the movie was just technically how it was shot. There are some really gorgeous shots in this movie. There's really effective use of lighting a lot of times. Particularly, the shot that always sticks in my mind is when she gets upset, the mom gets upset, and she locks Chucky in like that. I don't even know what that little like cabinet thing is. At night, it's like dark, and there's like a red light coming from the cabinet, but then like this blue light in the background. It's just gorgeous to look at. I mean, it's the way this movie was shot is way too good for what this movie is.
So I usually notice stuff like that, and I did not have any moments like that in Child's Play.
Cat.
I didn't notice.
Cat.
It caught my eye. I mean, that, it didn't stand out, but, I noticed that it's a high quality movie, and it had $10 million budget with a digital doll. I don't know exactly. I doubt that was how much CGI was that. I mean, I would imagine a good amount. That goes quickly, especially with kills and all that. So, it looked like a high quality movie. Some of the, I did like when the stepdad was on the roof. That was like very bright and dark at the same time and all that. So, I noticed it in a couple spots, but nothing that really stood out. Like, oh shit.
You guys need to go back and put this movie on mute and watch it through because it looks gorgeous.
I would only watch it again on mute.
That's hilarious.
It's really well shot. And like I said, and I liked the movie, but it looks much better than it has any right to. The big variation, I wasn't going into this movie for the first time. I was expecting to hate it. For all the reasons that I normally hate remakes, I wasn't excited about Mark Hamill doing the voice of Chucky, but I thought he was good.
I will say I was pleasantly surprised by how good it, and I don't know why, because again, I like Mark Hamill, but I got really mad when they announced that. That was hard for me to see happening, and he did a good job. Yeah. He had the best acting in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I mean, yeah, he's Mark Hamill. He's going to nail it. I get it. But I don't know, man. I have such an attachment to Chucky. He's one of my favorites. Brad Dourif is just...
Yeah.
I can't let it go with this one, guys. I can't do it.
Well, Brad Dourif, I think, is returning for the TV series.
Yes, everybody's returning for the TV series. How involved...
Which brings the question, why did this have to be a remake and not just its own movie?
It's different. It's two different rights owners is the problem.
I know.
Yeah.
But that was my argument the whole time. Since the first fucking trailer was announced. Why would I watch this when there's a television series coming. Why would I watch a rip-off Chucky that doesn't look like Chucky, doesn't sound like Chucky? It's a fucking Bluetooth Alexa. And why would I watch this when I could just wait and watch TV series for the real Chucky?
Mm-hmm. Well, one, as I have never have any kind of faith in horror television.
There's a point to be made for that.
Yeah, I mean, it usually isn't good. There are some exceptions, and there have been some shows that have been really good, but for the most part, they're not. And I think I heard, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think I heard that this Chucky TV series is going to be on Sci-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, from the people who brought you Santa Jaws.
Well,
Santa
Jaws is amazing.
Well.
I'm just saying.
Sharknado, Arachnoquake, all excellent, high quality movies. But no, Sci-Fi also did Channel Zero, which
a lot of people loved that. I didn't like it as much. I didn't finish it.
I didn't. The last Dream Door was not my favorite season of that.
I didn't even know there was more than one season. I didn't finish season 1.
Yeah, each one, and I kind of liked it because they followed creepypastas.
Yeah, which
and I don't think any of the seasons were as good as like any of the source material, but I liked that they tried something different, and I was kind of sad when it got canceled, even having not liked the last season of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of faith in horror television.
And let's not forget, though, Sci-Fi also did The Leprechaun Returns, Rob. Don't forget that.
Oh, I did not like that movie.
You just love shitting on our past guests.
Who'd you have on from that movie?
Lyndon Porco, the leprechaun himself, twice.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't like that movie. And it's no offense to him. It just wasn't good. What the fuck was I going to say? Why you got to sidetrack me with the leprechaun, Mikey?
Well, we were moving away. We were talking about Sci-Fi. It was more important. Leprechaun Returns was more important anyway. Let's be honest.
Throwing me off my game. No, I mean, as far as it being called Child's Play, that's where I was going to go. From a studio point of view, you look at it and you say, okay, we own this title, we own this property, we might as well do something with it.
I fully understand. It's unfair of us to tell a company, hey, turn down millions of dollars to keep authenticity. I understand it's never going to happen, but it fucking sucks.
The price? No, I don't think that it's unfair. I completely, because they make a decision when they do something like this. It's one of those things where it's like, that when you attach a big name to a big project that you're going to completely destroy authenticity for, you make millions and millions of dollars at the price of having people gripe about it. And they made their choice. Like, I'm not saying I would have made a different choice. I like to think that I would have, but, I understand why they sold out, but this is the price of doing that, is that I'm allowed to complain about it.
I will say this, if I was in their position, I would have made the exact same choice, but I would have felt very bad about it.
Yeah.
As I was sitting on the beach, sipping my drinks for the rest of my life, I would have felt very bad about it.
And I hope if any of the executives behind this decision are listening, that you understand that we understand why you did what you did, but it's our place to make you feel bad about what you did.
But that's the thing. I don't think that they should feel bad about what they did, because I don't think they made a bad movie. And that is what surprises Mikey, I think, and surprises me, to be quite honest with you, because normally this is the kind of thing I would absolutely hate. It's a pure cash grab, obviously, by using the title and everything else. But ultimately, I think they made a decent movie. It's not great.
Yeah, I was stunned when we were talking about doing this one, because I thought you and I were going to be on the same page here for this one.
No, I don't think you and I see things the same way, Kat.
We usually don't. I thought this was going to be like our bonding episode of the podcast.
No. Nesto's going to have to rethink his allegiances.
Anyway, so, Child's Play. Still mad at it.
I feel like when this discussion started, Mikey said he liked the movie, but then he heard that I liked it, and now he's acting like he doesn't like it.
It's like a reverse platform situation.
It's really not, because the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. Like, I don't. It's just one of those things. Like I said, I could. It annoyed me with the Invisible Man, but I could get over it. Like that's not. I'm not losing sleep over that. I'm probably gonna lay in bed and think about this movie.
But what? I don't know what bothers you so much about it.
You can't change that much to me. It's too much.
It could have been its own. It could have been a different movie.
Agreed.
I never would have compared it to like it would have been one of those things where it was like, oh man, that's kind of like it's kind of like Child's Play, and I would have laughed at most. I would have treated it as its own story, and I still probably would have been mad that that the narrative wasn't just a little bit tighter. Like, it could have gone through one more round with the writers editing it.
Rob, let me ask you something. In 2021, 2020, whatever, what would you say box office amount for a movie? What would you say a real success would be? A return amount.
Like right now?
Right now.
With everything shut down?
Well, pretend coronavirus never existed.
Oh.
What would be a success? 2019, when this movie came out, what would you consider a success?
A success for a horror movie?
Yes.
30 million.
All right. This movie made 45 million.
All right.
In the box office. It's not even like the Child's Play really fucking threw them over they had a great return, don't get me wrong, but do you think if this movie was not who put this movie out? What company was it?
I don't know.
Shit. You think I'd have that? Child's Play release.
Orion?
Really?
Didn't Orion go out of business like 20 years ago?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's what it said. That was the first thing that came up on the search.
Did they do one of those things where they brought the company back? Because that happened.
Maybe.
Like Vestron Video is back. I don't know if you guys know that.
Is this?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Well, I can't find it.
Hold on. Jesus, Jiminy Christ. What is wrong with you people?
Well, I'm using Bing, Rob. I don't know what's going on.
Just punch it into Bing. It'll tell you right away. Oh, yeah. Orion Pictures. They must have brought it back.
Yeah, right. Okay, so, I really figured there was I can't find anything else, I would think.
Orion's owned by MGM, so.
MGM, okay. So, you would think with MGM, I can't imagine them losing that much money on this without the name's Child's Play attached to it. I can't.
I think that, I think they wanted to try and recreate the Child's Play franchise in its own way, honestly.
But my thing is, why would you want to recreate a franchise and go so far away? Because it's not like they're sitting there going, oh, we love Child's Play so much. Because if they did, they wouldn't have did this. So I look at it as, why would you recreate a franchise when you could just create your own?
Well, you recreate it because it already has a name.
I know, but this is the problem with there's no more new movies. We were talking about it with wrestling before we started recording. When all these guys are too old and can't go anymore, what are they going to do? Now, what are they going to do? Because there's not many movies that are being franchises that are being created anymore because they just keep going back to fucking to remakes. There was no need for this. This was a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know what what's going to happen with the future of franchises. Excuse me, in the horror genre, but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing either. A lack of franchises I'd be just fine with some original content.
I don't know. Oh, hold on a second. Some of this what did Canada have to do with this? You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, you're gonna start with Canada now.
Production.
They probably shot in Canada. They shoot everything in Canada.
Wrapped on November 8th, 2018 in Vancouver, Canada. Yeah, this movie's a piece of shit. Take back everything good.
They shoot everything shot in Canada. It's cheaper.
Fuck.
Also, it broke my number one rule of movies. The cat died.
Oh, yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah, that cat was kind of a prick, though.
No!
As soon as I seen the cat, too, I was like, oh, that's...
Yeah, you know it's coming, but, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Poor cat. But see, another thing that I thought, I'll say something good about it. They did a good job of, and I think this was very important on me liking the thing until I found out it had anything to do with Canada. I think that they did a good job of having you invest some emotion into Chucky. And it's almost like he was, like you felt bad for him.
Except... No. Except for that's the thing, is because there were moments of it, but those moments didn't land because they were always being replaced by something else. Like, if that had been the movie, that's one of the concepts that was really interesting to me that they touched on, but they didn't really follow through. If Chucky had been just a little bit more sympathetic, if those moments had lasted just a little bit longer, where you see it like more from his perspective, where you see him trying to help Andy, where you see that driving him to madness, but they didn't quite land on it enough for me. Where it was like, I could see that they were doing it. There were shots where it's like, obviously I'm supposed to feel bad for Chucky right now, but I know in like 10 seconds they're going to move on to a different thing. And sure enough, that thing was a creepy janitor bringing him back to life.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's Chucky. That's another problem with it being a remake. It's Chucky. You know what's coming.
Would it have been better if they had stuck with the original plan and named the doll Han Solo?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Been a lot better.
That would have been hilarious, and I would have been on board.
Yeah. Or
if this had been a Star Wars sequel, it would have been one of the best ones.
The one kid who named him Chode.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. I mean, come on, there were some funny moments too. I mean, like when the kid was like, "Say this is for Tupac."
No. That was one of the things that really bothered me, because that they put that in there, like, for not the correct generation of...
Yeah.
I thought of that.
What generation are these children that is a timely reference
Let
for
me
them?
say this. Tupac is forever, all right?
I agree. You and I agree. We agree, Rob. These kids don't know fucking Tupac. You know what's crazy? My daughter said to me, she listens to rap, and I'm very unhappy about that. I love rap, but new rap is terrible. So she's telling me these music artists she listens to, and, most of them I don't know. And then she said Tupac. I never heard her listen to Tupac once. And I looked at her. I said, name one song. She couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah?
So it's like, these kids don't know Tupac.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I was thinking about, like, my cousins who are, like, right around that age, and it's like, I would put money on the fact that none of them know who Tupac is. Like, other than maybe by name, but, like, they wouldn't, they wouldn't make a, this is for Tupac joke,
Never.
Like, not realistic.
It'd be a fucking Cardi B line or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? I'm just kidding.
You know just about as much as Cardi B as they know about Tupac, myself included. I did catch myself going Tupac. Oh,
No, I popped for the Tupac line. I liked it.
Oh, I did too, but I was confused. I was like, what the hell?
You're always confused.
Be nice. Kat, I could see that, and I think part of that was it's a remake. We know what Chucky is and who he is, and we know he's going to be a prick later. So, it was hard to feel bad for him because you know what's coming. If it was a remake, and you kind of, even though you expect it, you don't know where they're going to go. You know exactly where. You don't know how they're going to get there. You know they're going to get there. But I think, except for the cat and attacking when he attacked the friend when they were watching Texas Chainsaw 2. Even with that though, he had good reasons in his head. He rationalized it at least to, like, he was trying to help. He was trying to get rid of the cat because he heard him. He seen them laughing at the murder and everything, so he tried to make them laugh. Everyone who was getting killed towards at least the beginning to the middle of the movie were people who deserved it. The stepdad, the janitor. So it's like, kind of like Kat said, they got confused with it. It's like, well, what are you doing?
And that was the other thing, is like, if you want me to feel sympathetic for a killer doll, never ever show that doll hurting animals before you try and get my sympathy. Right. Like, the order of operations there was terrible, because after that, I just wanted to see Chucky ripped apart mercilessly.
Right.
That it just, you can't kill the cat.
No, you cannot.
But no, if you like put a pin in this movie, and you just want to like pitch a concept where it's like the creepy doll tropes, but they're all like they're all turned around on themselves, so that it's the story about this doll that is trying so hard to protect its human, and it's using technology to like try and understand better. It's learning, it's evolving, and it comes up with murder as an option because the kid is being abused or neglected or hurt, or like, that is a terrifying horror premise, and they could have focused on it, and it didn't need to be a Child's Play movie, and that would have been an original horror movie that like, we don't really have something like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They they didn't commit to it, and also they got Chucky involved. I don't know.
Rob, I honestly am. You've had stuff that surprised, like the platform last week. You surprised me that you didn't like the platform. You've surprised me before. I am really shocked that you didn't like it. I am shocked.
I'm shocked that I liked it too. I just do. I don't know.
I'm shocked that you're okay with it.
It's like, I find it fun, and it's a slasher movie. Slasher's supposed to be fun. I'm okay with that. I also, though, should say this. I don't hold Chucky, the character, in as high esteem and with as high regard as a lot of people do. Like, to me, the character's always just been kind of goofy anyway. So, it's fine.
What would you do if they made a new Friday the 13th movie and turned Jason into a robot?
No, Jason's not a robot.
That's dumb. Chucky is not either.
That's dumb.
But it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing, because Chucky's a toy.
He's not a robot. He's
a different kind of toy.
This was a glorified Alexa.
Okay, but he's not a toy, though. He's a serial killer stuck in the body of a toy.
True. That's a whole other point. No. That's right.
I mean, it's, Chucky's not, like, I like the Child's Play movie, the original ones and stuff, but, yeah, Chucky's just never been one of my favorite slashers, so I guess that's probably part of the reason it doesn't bother me that much. Because, yeah, I mean, if they tried that shit with Jason, I'd be mad as hell.
Oh, that's our view on it. I think Bride of Chucky is one of the top 10 best horror movies ever made.
I mean,
okay, I liked Bride of Chucky. I'm always like the first one to step in and defend Bride of Chucky, but top 10?
Yeah, I mean, now you're just crazy.
No.
I think that ball deodorant, you've been sniffing it. Bride of Chucky is a very good movie. I really do like it. But it's not top 10 of all time.
Rattle 10 off the top of your head that are, because I'm sure you can.
Absolutely.
I just want to know. I want to know what you would put ahead of that.
And start with Cabin in the Woods.
Let me get my Letterboxd app.
Cat, honestly, no bullshit. All bullshit aside. You would really put Cabin in the Woods ahead of Bride of Chucky.
Cabin in the Woods. I think you think I'm joking about this. Cabin in the Woods is my favorite movie of all time. Like, not horror movies, not with exceptions, like, if I could only ever watch one movie for the rest of my life, I wouldn't have to think twice about it. It would be Cabin in the Woods. Absolutely, it's better than Bride of Chucky.
Rob, I don't know how I'm not gonna be able to talk to Kat anymore.
Well, she's not wrong. It is better than Bride of Chucky. They're both good, but Cabin in the Woods is better. Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a parallel fucking Twilight Zone universe. Are you guys fucking with me?
No.
No way, man. No.
Absolutely.
I will put a poll out right now and I'll win this one, damn it.
As we've all already agreed, the best movie of all time is The Shape of Water.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
but
I'll put that on the bulletin.
Yeah, I'll put that as an option too, Robin.
Did you guys see I got my Shape of Water book in the mail?
The really frustrating thing is that if you put all three on the same poll, I genuinely believe Shape of Water might win.
Oh, get out of here. Really?
Like, Cabin in the Woods is super underrated. Everyone loved Shape of Water.
All right.
As like a poll. I I don't trust people enough.
You know who really loved The Shape of Water? The Academy of Motion Picture Sciences, who gave it the Oscar for Best Picture the year it came out.
Yeah, I know. Still am trying to figure that one out. It's good. It's not that good. It's
oh, stop.
It's good.
Stop.
I liked it, but it's not. It didn't need to be Best Picture. What else came out that year? Maybe it did.
Yeah,
I'll take it
remember.
back until I see.
I know that Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, or whatever it's called, came out because Frances McDormand won for Best Actress, and that was a shame.
I might retract that comment about Shape of Water, because depending on what was running against it, but Three Billboards was the best contender.
I really feel like you guys are fucking with.
Nobody's.
I don't understand.
Nobody's fucking with you.
This is ridiculous. All right, here we go. Twitter poll round 2. You guys are losing this one.
So here's the thing. I might lose this one, but I will not back down on this. This is one of those, like, I would defend a Cabin in the Woods with my dying breath kind of a...
If Bride of Chucky loses to either Cabin in the Woods...
It's going to lose to Shape of Water.
No way. If it loses to Shape of Water, I'll quit this fucking show. I swear. There's no way.
Everyone sign in next week for Kat's complimenting Cabin in the Woods hour.
God damn it. But honestly, though, what would you guys put? I'm already vetoing Cabin in the Woods personally. There's no way it's better. But I want to hear what you guys think is better than Bride of Chucky.
All right, so better than Bride of Chucky, off top of my head. Shape of Water, I already said.
No way.
You say no Cabin in the Woods, right?
Yeah, that's a no way too.
All right, we're all right. We'll discount that one. I would say Get Out.
Oh no way, Rob! Come on.
I would say A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll give you that.
I would say New Nightmare. I would say Halloween. I would say The Exorcist.
I wouldn't give you The Exorcist.
You're telling me The Exorcist isn't a better movie than Bride of fucking Chucky?
Yep.
You're insane.
Yeah.
All right.
I love The Exorcist. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Bride of Chucky's better.
I would say Psycho.
That's insane.
I would say
Bride of Chucky.
I would say, did I say Halloween already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I say The Thing?
Oh, gee, you're way off on that one. Jesus Christ.
Texas Chainsaw? Martyrs?
Yes.
Texas Chainsaw, I'll give you that.
Yep, Texas Chainsaw, I would say, is better. And I need one more.
You didn't throw Friday the 13th?
I love those movies, but they're not necessarily good movies.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd probably give you the third or the second.
Well, the 6th is the best one.
I think the 8th, but okay.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so that I think it's fairly easy to come up with 10 movies that are better than Bride of Chucky. I mean, that's off the top of my head. That's not even, Hereditary.
Oh, come on.
No. That's where I'll draw the line. Bride of Chucky is better than Hereditary.
I don't understand what your problem with Hereditary is, Kat.
The end. The last 15 minutes is my problem with Hereditary.
You mean the awesome part?
The part where... so you can't call it... and we'll talk about this when we eventually get to Hereditary. You can't call it a slow burn horror movie if you just dump all the exposition at the end with, like, some really cheesy effects. You can't
there's a lot of it sprinkled throughout. You just got to be looking for it.
No, but that's the thing, is it was so effective during the first hour and a half that you could have stopped the movie there and, like, you could have pieced it together and it would have been, it would have been, like, very intellectual, it would have been subtle, it would have been fine, and then, like, the production quality, they fucking gave up at the end. I don't know what happened.
Don't listen to her, Mikey. It's better than Bride of Chucky.
It's not.
I'm not. I might have been a little ostentatious. I might still be saying that wrong. With top 10, but easily top 20. I truly feel Bride of Chucky is one of the greater horror movies ever made. I'm going to stand by that. Between kills, moments, Chucky looked fucking awesome. Tiff was amazing. We got the birth of that character. It was such a cool fucking movie.
Now, where do you rank Seed of Chucky?
Oh, Seed of Chucky's a giant piece of shit.
That might be in my bottom 10, honestly.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Movies.
That's right around Jason Goes to Hell. Right. It's a close one. That's a piece of shit right there. Yeah. That's the only Child's Play movie I don't like. I mean, 3 was, was what it was, but I wouldn't call it a piece of shit.
I haven't seen 3 in a long time. I just watched 2 not long ago and didn't care for it very much.
But it wasn't a piece of shit, though, you know?
And a lot of people like it.
The Seed of Chucky was a huge piece of shit.
Oh, Seed of Chucky was terrible.
Oh. But even the newer ones, I mean, we talked the Child's Play franchise. Curse of Chucky was really good, especially the ending was amazing.
Yeah, Curse was good.
Cult of Chucky was awesome.
I didn't like Cult very much.
Oh, you're crazy.
I thought it was a little too silly.
Unbelievable. You'll watch fish fucking, and Cult of Chucky was too silly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, but cool enough.
Did you put that poll up?
Yeah, I did, and I see Kat.
Cabin in the Woods, 57.1%.
She already is tweeting, asking people what to vote for Kat. What the hell is that? I feel like at least 10% of your votes, the votes for Cabin in the Woods should be docked now because of that. Jesus,
Absolutely not.
You're swaying voters.
If I had the ability to sway voters, I would. There was a poll a couple years ago when Hereditary first came out, and who was it? Someone was doing like a poll on Twitter, some horror site, and they had a bracket of like the best movies of all time, and they put Cabin in the Woods up against Hereditary, and I just fucking lost it because I knew immediately that Hereditary had just come out, and I was like, there's no way that on the Hereditary hype, Cabin in the Woods stands a fucking chance against it, and this is unfair. And then like on the other bracket, they had some of the dumbest horror movies over there, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, could we not have put Cabin in the Woods up against so he could at least make finals? Like, what is this? And I rallied. I tried to get like all of my followers. I was like, please, Cabin in the Woods. Someone back me up on this. And just like no one voted for that movie but me. It came in with 1 vote for Cabin in the Woods.
Wow.
And I was like, you guys are crazy.
Hereditary was a big wave. Yeah.
I would have voted for Hereditary over Cabin in the Woods.
No.
My dog took a shit today that I would have voted for over Cabin in the Woods.
No.
I don't know. One thing I wanted to talk about before we wrap this up, I wanted to make sure we get in there. Man, that stepfather was a huge fucking piece of shit. And I think I will give them this. The whole, like, the kill scene of him was awesome. Because it started that leg break thing.
Yeah.
Whew. That was fucking badass. And you know what I noticed too? They had, especially throughout this whole sequence with the end of the stepdad, they didn't make a big deal about shit. You know, like the leg break scene, like it was there and gone. You didn't even see it again. Like that was it. Like they gave you that quick. It happened very fast, and it was gone and over with. And even the when they had his head on the watermelon, which was fucking crazy. I didn't even notice it at first. Like, even the kid, like, walked right by it, and it was like, holy shit. You know, and you had your moment with it, and it was gone. Like, I feel like most horror movies now, when they do something big like that, they dwell on it. It's overshown. It lasts too long, and it loses its pow to it. And I think they did a good job not dwelling on the cool shit that they did. And it's almost like they were nonchalant about it, which was, I don't know, it was kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a problem with the boyfriend character overall, because I think that for me, one of the biggest imbalances in the story that stands out is Aubrey Plaza's character. At times, she comes off as the tough, independent, single mother.
I never got that.
Really? See, I did. Like when she wanted the doll and she's yelling at the guy at work about, she's going to take it, that sort of thing. But then whenever he's around, it undercuts that, and it becomes like she needs this guy to, at all costs, even though she knows her son doesn't like him.
What really got me was
he's a shitheel.
Like, she hears that he's been, that he's been cheating on her, or that she's been cheating with him, however you want to semantics that out. But, she gets that news, and the fact that he's dead, and she seems really more upset by, what kind of a person he was. It was an opportunity to, because that's, kind of a complex situation where, you really miss someone and you find out that they're not who you thought they were. And it's just such a complex emotion. And it just kind of boiled down to like her being sad that he was, that he had another family. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I don't know. Like she felt she had been duped.
Yeah.
Like she was more concerned about that than the fact that he was dead.
He was dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That was a weird character.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's weird because they did so many things well, and it's just certain things that they didn't quite nail down. And you spend a lot of time with these characters too, so it's like it becomes, I think, a little more glaring. But dude, I was shocked that I liked this movie, but no matter how much I started to get into it, like I just couldn't let go that the fact that it was, that was not Chucky. I told you, it's just like Rob Zombie, man, with his Halloween. Like, if he would have named it something else and picked a different mask, that would have been that could have spawned a great franchise. I mean, I think the Halloween 2 that Rob Zombie did was a piece of shit, but so who knows how it really would have went. But if he didn't have those Halloween Michael Myers restrictions on there with that second movie, you don't know what he could have did. Like, I feel like Rob Zombie's Halloween and 2019 Child's Play could have spawned their own franchises had they been something else. That's how good I think they were, but this is fucking... I don't understand why things have to be remakes. I really, really don't. Dirty bastards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just where we're at. I mean, I'm never going to agree with you on Rob Zombie, anything, probably.
Probably not. I call Bobby real quick if you want.
Yeah. The funny thing is I actually think of the two movies, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is better than his Halloween.
I don't know.
Oh.
But regardless of all that, yeah, I mean, I get that, but it just, for me, I don't know. I just didn't hate what they did.
I don't know. Very disappointed. You really shocked me with this one, Rob. Really.
I'm multifaceted. You never know where I'm going to come from. You think you can predict me, but I'm unknowable.
God, do you have anything else to say about that? I don't even know what the hell to say to that. I don't even know what you mean.
No, I don't. How do you follow that?
I know, right? I'm dumbfounded right now. You never know what socks Rob's going to wear.
You never do. You never do.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess that's it for this one. I will say this. As much as I went down kicking and screaming with this fucking thing. Like, I swore never to watch it. Well, no, I think I always knew I was going to watch it eventually, but I was just kicking and screaming and refused. And finally, something told me just go ahead and get it over with. And you know what? I'm glad I watched it because now I know.
And now you know.
And
knowing is half the battle.
Can we Portnoy this thing? I'm curious.
Oh, boy.
Cat's going to go. This might be the lowest Portnoy from Cat so far.
What did I give the houses that October built? I think that's my lowest so far.
I think you were like a mid-5, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put it lower than that, because there were elements that I think... And this is something that we've not talked about a lot, because we've had some that have fallen like in the middle for me, and some that I haven't liked. I think one of the kinds of movies that I get like the most passionate about not liking are the ones that missed potential, which actually is going to make me rank Child's Play a little bit higher here, because it had good ideas. Like, it touched on good stuff. It drove me crazy that it didn't follow through or like live up to the potential of any of those plot threads. But I'm thinking like a 6 point something.
Wow, 6 point something. Okay.
A 6 point something?
A 6 point... 5. I can't go higher than 5.
All right, well, that's kind of funny. Because I was going to give it a 6.2.
Okay.
And I seem to like it more than you.
That's the thing is, like, I get really worked up whenever I think about this movie, but it's because it could have done so much good stuff, and it didn't. Yeah. It chose not to, and that disappointed me. I get very upset about it, but I appreciate that they the effort was made, I guess. I think about it a lot, and it gets points for that.
I'm going to give this a 5.6. And I'm going to throw a caveat in there and say, this movie, as a movie, everything else removed, if it had a different name, this could have been the sevens.
Yeah, I think that's where my positive review comes. Like Kat said that she doesn't. She's harder on movies that miss out on potential, but I don't think this movie had a whole lot of potential going into it. So to me, it didn't miss the mark at all. Like, it was what I thought it was going to be. It was actually better than what I thought it was going to be.
It was. Yeah, I'll give you.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't call it a good movie. Before
watching it, if you asked me what my Portnoy for it would be, what I would think it would be, it'd probably be like a negative 42. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, so it's a lot of improvement.
Did I rank this the highest?
Well, I mean, you said something. I don't know. Maybe technically. I guess.
Amazing.
How in the fuck does The Shape of Water only have 7% in this bullshit rigged poll?
I want to talk about this before we leave. Because, Mikey, I think you kind of put Shape of Water at a disadvantage because you specified #horror flick, and Shape of Water is horror adjacent. It's not a horror movie, and I think a lot of people are going to take that into consideration when voting.
Do you really want me to?
I don't want you to redo it because Cabin in the Woods is doing better than I thought it was going to. I was so scared I was going to be the only person voting for Cabin in the Woods. So I'm very happy right now.
Cabin in the Woods is doing a lot better than I thought it would. I just want everybody to know this better fucking change. Right now, Shape of Water's at 7.7 because Rob's probably the only one that voted for it. But out of 13 votes, it's only been up about 15 minutes. Cabin in the Woods is at 61.5%. And Bride of Chucky's at 30.8%. What the fuck is this?
I don't know. I'm not worried. I know Roger will come along and vote for Shape of Water.
Oh, yeah.
I got that in my pocket.
Yeah, bump it up to a 9.1. Roger.
I'm going to rally all of my followers, and they'll probably all vote for The Shape of Water.
Cat, you bastard! Why are you watering? You're putting oil in the water in the tank right now. Why? Damn it! I want a recount already. It's only 15 minutes old. What a recount! We still got 47 hours and 45 minutes left, and I want a recount already. Oh man, Christ Almighty! All right, guys, go to slasherradio.com. That's where you can check out all our articles, interviews, episodes. Everything is over there. Make sure you check out fansided.com. If you're a sports fan, Super Bowl's coming up. By the time you hear this, it'll be over. Oh, God, I hope Brady loses. But you can check out all their stuff. They have a really cool entertainment section, their own horror section. So make sure you check out fansided.com. Go to manscaped.com. Fansided20 promo code. Go get yourself 20% off and free shipping and some clean pair of brajoles. And that helps us out a lot. So even if you get a little fucking thing of ball deodorant, man, $10 out of your pocket, that stimulus check's coming. Help you boys out. On Twitter @SlasherRadio. I'm at Mikey's Dad. Guys, where you at?
You can find me on Twitter @RadioRob123. You can listen to my other podcast, This Horror Life, wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio. And you can also find that show on Twitter @ThisHorrorLife.
On Twitter @cat_velour, VOLUR.
There you go. Oh, and as of today, you can go to slasherradio.com/shop or just go to slasherradio.com. You see the shop tab. Our store is back open. We are with a different company doing the merch now, so quality is going to be better. You can see I truly believe, not being unbiased, like we have one of the coolest logos in the game. So, you can go get that. Everyone can get your favorite slasher stuff on, your favorite clothing, and all that shit. So be sure to go check that out. That'll help us out a lot, too.
Don't go expecting socks, though.
Yeah, no socks. So, sorry, Rob. And also, look forward to, in the upcoming weeks, my appearance on This Horror Life, where we will be talking Rob's favorite movie, the Psycho remake with Vince Vaughn.
That's not official yet.
Yeah, maybe kicked off the episode before I even got on it. All right, guys. Check us out next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.
Oh, he was on Friday. I don't know what the hell I just said hey to him for. Rob, why are you on my shit saying hey to people?
I wish I knew how to do that. That would be so much fun.
Oh, God, I would get comp suspended every day.
Like you don't anyway.
I don't do it every day.
So I had to weird work story today. I had to kick my first player, and it was so weird because it was like I didn't know how to do it. It's like, how do I tell someone I want you to stop sending me money because enough people have complained about you that like I can't have you at the table anymore.
What do they do to get kicked out of that?
So that's the thing is I was like, because we have like a list of policies, and it's like you can't sexually harass anyone, you know, you can't like use slurs, you can't, and there are like 3 things that we don't allow in games, and he didn't do any of those. But I got so many complaints about him because he kept stopping like fights in the like in game to like pick fights with me, and I would tell him like, hey, I have a personal policy about this. If you have a rules dispute, you take it up after a session.
Right.
But I got enough complaints about it like after from other players that were like, listen, if he interrupts one more time, I'm gonna quit. And I was like, I understand. So like I had to tell my boss, and he's like, well, if everyone is going to quit but him, or you're gonna kick him out, like
Right.
one of these makes more financial sense.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow. So
But
he
it's
was
up
like
to
he was
you.
like breaking kayfabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've never been kicked from a Dungeons and Dragons game, so I mean, I got that going for me.
It was so weird. I was like, listen, dude, you have to, you can't send me money anymore. Like, I have to kick you out. He's like, what?
I've never been kicked out of a Dungeons and Dragons game either, but I imagine it wouldn't take very long for me to get tossed out of my first one.
I can imagine, Rob. Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'm just praying to God that, you know that Bobby is a big Tom Brady fan, right?
No, I didn't know that.
It's so obnoxious. And we were going back and forth a little bit yesterday, I think it was, and he texted me an entire prayer in the form of Tom Brady. Hold on.
Well,
I'll read it.
hopefully Brady will get his next ring.
Hell no. What the? No.
I don't hate him now that he's not on the Patriots. For some reason, now I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I will say, I used to get really annoyed hearing about Tom Brady, but now that he's left the Patriots, it's like, oh well.
I hate
I don't
him.
mind it as much.
I hate him a little less, but I still I don't want to see him win. All right, here's his prayer. Our Brady, who art in Tampa, hollow be thy arm. Thy bowl will come, it will be won, in Raymond James in the Buccaneers' way. Give us this Sunday our weekly win, and give us many touchdown passes, but do not let the Chiefs pass against us. Lead us not into frustration, but deliver us to the valley of the sun. For thine is the GOAT, the best in the NFC, and the glory to the Bucks, now and forever. Amen. That's what I had to fucking read. That's what I had to read.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to read it. He was
dedication.
He was sending me fucking like those Jesus candles with Tom Brady's face on it. Like, he's been obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That's right. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a great 2021, and Tom Brady and LeBron will get rings.
You really want me to leave right now, don't you? He like, oh, this was Wednesday. It started, and he said he just randomly texted me at 9:44 in the morning. Whenever I feel down or have a bad day, I just stare at a picture of God holding Tom Brady, and he sends me a picture of Jesus holding a goat. And it just didn't fucking stop from there. He was sending me Jesus candles, and then at 12:58, when did we stop texting? He waited an hour and a half, nothing said, and he sends me this big long thing. It says, "I just got home and the dog tore the whole house apart. He ate through everything, man. Got through the gate and ripped through the trash in both bathrooms, chewed up his son's action figures." Oh, shit, I closed the text. His son's action figures. I bought him new headphones, gone. This damn dog loves headphones, what the fuck? It ate up our shoes, ate the cat shit out of the litter box. This whole apartment's wrecked. His girlfriend, he said, she even folded all the clothes, and it ripped up everything. Except my Tom Brady jersey, so I'm taking it to the park and feeding it a steak. This is the kind of bullshit, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
And then he sent me Dead by Daylight porn.
Yeah. So. He lives down there near Tampa, right?
Dude, he's been obnoxious about it. Unbearable. Like, I will not talk to him if Tom Brady wins on Sunday. I won't do it. Won't do it. He should be ashamed of himself. I don't know where it came from either. He's a Giants fan, for crying out loud. I don't know how this happened.
No, you're a Giants fan. You're confused.
No, I'm not a Giants fan. I'm a Bills fan. I used to be a Giants fan a long time ago.
You'd think you would have been a Giants fan after they beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
I was a Giants fan up until the offseason of them beating Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. In that offseason, I said, fuck the New York Giants forever. To the point where, when they played him in the second Super Bowl, I rooted for Tom Brady. I doubled down and had an entire house. Dude, my father I thought he wanted to disown me. He was sick to his stomach that I sat there and fucking rooted for Tom Brady. And then they fucking won. I couldn't believe the Giants won that goddamn game. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I was like, man, this team has no business being here. There's no way that they're going to beat Bill Belichick and the fucking Patriots again. I'm going to be able to laugh in everybody's face in this fucking house. And they won.
Did the 2.0 not have an LED light?
No, the 2.0 does not have an LED light. Oh. Although it's not a bad razor. It's really not. It's actually quite nice.
What are you going to do with that one? Gift it to Stevie?
I told a friend of mine, I'm like, hey, I should be getting the lawnmower 3.0. You want my 2.0? He's like, you never use that thing? I'm like, oh yeah, I use it all the time, but do you want it? He was quite disgusted.
Yeah, nothing been happening in my life. You guys have exciting stories about stuff. I got nothing.
I got annoyed about Tom Brady. What the hell's exciting about that? I hated it.
I don't even got that.
And then I got Dead by Daylight porn. I don't know where he finds Dead by Daylight porn.
If anybody...
I'm surprised there's porn going around the internet right now that isn't Resident Evil.
Well, there might be. I don't know. I haven't looked up any of it.
Like I can't sign on Twitter without seeing like zombie boobs on my feed, and it's like, all right.
Oh, I don't look at my feed. Like, if you guys ever want me to see it, I do not look at my Twitter feed. I won't. For that right there. One time, I seen somebody shoving their head inside of a vagina, and ever since then, I swore off fucking. I'm only on it because I need to be.
What the hell accounts are you guys following? Jesus.
Oh, I blocked them instantly.
Markiplier?
Oh,
like,
God,
come on.
Yeah.
I should be allowed to follow YouTubers without
apparently not
getting roped into like zombie boob arguments all the time.
I will not look at my feed. It'll either disgust me or I'll get into a Twitter war over it. So I just say, you know what, I'm not even gonna fucking do it. No.
I don't know. Mine's full of hockey stuff usually.
Yeah, when I open my Twitter app for the first time for the day, and it opens the notification, like the feed rather, the feed screen, that if it's not right there before I click off of it, I'm not going to see it. No way. It's amazing the shit. And, like, it pisses me off because I'll get, like, there's a few times I got suspended on Twitter for the dumbest. Like, I called somebody retarded once. I got suspended for 3 days. I'm like, dude, like, I just seen full-on porn. Like, full-on. Dick fucking swinging on the screen and everything. I'm on my computer. That's a big screen. I'm like, come on, man. Like, and I'm getting knocked for this? Twitter is
but that
so
was just
weird.
Bobby.
No, it wasn't Bobby that time. The shit he's gotten away with on Twitter is amazing. Rob.
What?
What the hell? Why am I blacklisted? What did I do?
I mean, I'm just saying, I need to talk to Ghost.
I mean, I get one bleep on your shit. I get blacklisted. You cursing like a sailor over here. Like it's nothing. You didn't get bleeped yet, though. I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
Your streak is over.
Yeah, what was up with that?
All great things must come to an end.
I guess. Yeah, I kind of felt weird talking about this movie because I was split on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have really strong opinions either way, which is odd for me.
I was a little bit surprised. I didn't know how wound up I was about Child's Play until we started recording, and then
yeah, I thought you were going to lose your mind there for a minute.
I felt like I was going to.
I liked it.
Oh shit! Cat coming undone.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I was sitting there thinking too. I was like, "Oh yeah, here's one of those ones she really gives a shit about." Here we go.
And that's the thing is, I was like rewatching it, and I was like, I could not give a fuck about this movie.
I was just like, how much of that coffee has she had?
A lot. Oh shit! That was the part I didn't talk about. It's got like almost. It's got like 150% of the normal caffeine.
Oh yeah,
that, like a normal cup of coffee does, which I didn't know.
That's good.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Damn, that's a lot of caffeine.
And I drink a lot of coffee. Usually I don't notice if the caffeine's like a little bit higher one way or the other, but it's strong.
I went to Starbucks once and I got, like one of those little, I forget what they're even called. The mocha and all that shit. It's like an ice. It's almost like a shake before anything else.
Oh, yeah.
The Frappuccinos?
Right, something like that. And I don't, as you guys can tell, I know nothing about coffee. I don't drink it. So Starbucks, they're asking fucking venti and chai and all this bullshit. So I don't know what they're saying to me. I just know I tried this once and it was really good. So I wanted it. So I went in there and it was an espresso frappe, whatever. And, they asked me how many pumps I wanted. And I like the mocha flavor. So I was like, I don't know, like 6. Apparently they meant the shots of espresso.
Yeah.
I was awake.
Yeah. Well, the best way to get one of those at Starbucks is to go in and get a vanilla bean frappuccino and have them add a shot of espresso to it. A shot or two. Because they'll blend it in, and it's so good.
Yeah, they looked at me funny, too, when I said it, and I didn't know why. And
now you know.
Somebody looked at the cup when I was done with it, and they were like, you did not get this much espresso. I'm like, oh, I thought they meant shots of mocha.
Yeah. I went to try the nitro coffee at Dunkin' Donuts finally, and I got there, and they were out of it that day.
Oh, man.
I know. I was like, sons of bitches.
Should have said to him, don't you know who I am?
Fine.
I'm Rob Humphrey. Do you want to see my socks?
Give me a bunch of those delicious donuts and some regular coffee then.
I'll take a bunch of Jelly Munchkins.
Yep. So I still have yet to try the nitro coffee.
Now I gotta fucking text Bobby and tell him that I actually kind of liked the movie, even though I told him I wasn't going to. Son of a bitch. I hate when he's right.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, though.
Poor Bobby. He might be right this weekend. Oh, God, I'll be so upset. Man, I'm really nervous. Anyway.
I'm starting to get nervous every time you say you're going to play a voicemail. What the hell's up with all our listeners hating me?
Dude, I love it. It's so funny. That's the last bit of Rob hate that I've seen so far. We have one more voicemail and a text message that was
a
sent,
text message?
Yeah, I guess they were shy. I don't know. I see a text message. I could add whatever I want in there.
Yeah.
So that one might have Rob's hate in there when I'm done with it. Oh, we'll see what happens. Oh.
If you're a podcast host, listen up. This one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle. And I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.